Hello crochet friends and welcome back. We are working on our cupcake dishcloth and we finished up the dishcloth part here with our picture. We want to work on a little bit of a border and I'm going to show you how to do that. We ended with row 29 and we just did our single crochet. So let's chain one and turn our work. So we are at the front of our work facing us, okay? Here's our picture and we are going to work across. What we're going to do is we're going to have a single crochet across here all the way to the next corner. Just nice, easy single crochets. We're going to enter, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through two. Right? Y'all are experts at that now. It's so good. But we're going to go across, and when we get to our corner, we're going to build it up a little bit, and then we're going to go down the side. We're going to proceed all the way around the whole dishcloth, and what we're going to do is get single crochet stitches all the way around. So right now, this part we're working on, we have nice stitches, don't we? And they work well to crochet into, but when we go down the sides, that's where our rows started and ended. And it doesn't have the same structure. So we want to place these single crochets into our project here, and then we are going to go around with our border, which I'm going to do as single crochets, but you can do whatever you would like. We had talked about that before. There's so many different borders out there. Maybe you want a little scallop edge, maybe you want to just do maybe, I don't know, triple crochets or something to make it bigger. It's all up to you. Okay, so you decide what you'd like for your border. But I feel that having this single crochet all the way around makes it easier to place a border on top of it. So that's why I go around with this, and it just makes it the whole task a little bit easier. So when you get to the corner here, this is your last one, right? We're going to put 3 single crochets here. So here's 1, go right back in that same stitch. 2, kind of goes around, doesn't it? 3. That is to get us around our corner. So we have a nice looking corner and we're not bunching it or pulling it. It's going to sit so much better that way. Now, here we have it. Look at that. They're not stitches, are they? They are stitches, but they're very irregular. So we want to go through here and try to find spots that we can place single crochets just to make it look even, and it's tricky, I understand. So just like this looks like a good spot, but then I need my next stitch to be about the same length. Sometimes when you go in these holes like this, it stretches even more and then it looks really pulled. So I will tend to try and see, can I get in this spot over here instead? And I can. It takes a little work, but I did it. And then you want to try to go in the same ones the whole way down. So it will take a little wiggling. It will take a little looking back because we want to make sure our stitches are all the same size. Okay, so try this going all the way down. Find the spots you want to use. Single crochet all the way until we get to the corner. Okay, so just take your time with it. Don't worry, it's not a race. We're not rushing here. We're just going to take our time and try to find these spots going all the way down. See, I'm trying to get in here, but I'm trying to get it where I don't get in the hole, but I can lift this up a little and make it into kind of a stitch. And then it leaves that other piece so it doesn't look so much like a hole. So, do what you can. Find spots going down your work, evenly spaced until you get to the corner. Here we go. Okay, I am done with the side. We're able to get them to be evenly spaced, hopefully. We are at the corner. So this is our corner here, and we want to place 3 single crochets. So 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so we have a nice corner ready to go. Now this is the bottom of your work here, and if you remember, this is the foundation chain. So it's a little different also, but not nearly as bad as the sides. And I shouldn't call it bad, but it's just different. But we want to go across and single crochet here also, trying to make these about the same length also on our stitches. Just going across nice and easy. Kind of, you can see I'm going in a little bit here, see my into this space area here, and it's doing a pretty good job. It's not too holy. Try not to pull it too much because it is that foundation chain. It's not a regular stitch, so the structure of it's not as big. But when you soak block your dishcloth here, it will shrink up a little bit because of the nice cotton. And so if you have a little gap, it could pull it together. When you lay it out, when you pin it and lay it out to dry, check all your little stitches. Just look over it carefully, and if there's anything that needs a little bit of adjustment, if you do that while it's wet, you can usually correct things. So it's okay. I mean, it is also a work of art, so we're not looking for perfection, right? We're doing our very best here, but sometimes the soap blocking is nice like that. You can help out little spots that, oh, I pulled that really tight and it's left a little gap. You can kind of adjust things a little bit while it's wet. And then you let it dry good, and it usually stays pretty well, so it's pretty forgiving, you know. So here we are, we're going across, and we're going to our next corner to go up the next side. And this is, again, this is our setup. I call this the setup here. We're just getting ready for whatever border you want to put onto your work, okay? Now this is our knot. Our knot we made at the very beginning, which is a tail we would need to tuck in. So if you can hold it when we get going over there, hold it in. You won't have to sew it in. I mean, unless you really like sewing. It's all up to you. Okay, here is that corner, and it's the knot. It's a little different, but we want 3 single crochets in here, holding that tail in if you can. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what we've got. And that turned nicely, didn't it? Okay. All right, so here we are, the next side. And if you remember with the other side, right, it was a little different. So we are looking for spots to put stitches into going up the side here. So I know it's that again. I think if you just take your time, let's see, this might be too big of a hole. Let me do the next one and see how I feel about that. Because sometimes it's not too bad. Okay, I'm going to go with that one. All right, so I'm going to go along here and see how this looks. And do look back at it. Always check back at your work, see how it looks. Because sometimes, and I will admit more than often, I will go back, take it out, start over, and be like, I like it this way better. And that's okay. That is okay. So take your time, single crochet all the way up to the next corner. Here we go. Okay, once you get back to that corner there, let's see. We want to give ourselves 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and 3. Get us around that corner. Now we have regular stitches, don't we? It's so lovely. So I am going to single crochet around one more time, and that is going to be my border. So we've got these nice stitches to work with. I'm hoping that went okay for you going back up the other side there. It's always so tricky. It takes a little bit of time, and I do have to kind of focus on it and look at it, and I almost feel like I'm studying it so much. It seems silly, but it's backwards to me of the other side, and I'm trying so desperately to get the stitches to kind of match in number, and like we talked about, the length. So I really do try to take my time and see if I'm getting in the same spots and everything. So this is what we're going to do now. We are doing a single crochet border just to give this a nice little edge on it, and makes our dishcloth a little bit bigger, doesn't it? If you are a loop person, some people like a loop to hang their dishcloth. You can always do that on any of these corners. You can chain a few and then catch it up, join it in the next stitch. So if you get to your corner and maybe you chain, I don't know, it depends on how long you'd like. You could chain 12, we'll say, and then single crochet in your next stitch, and then there's just that nice little loop there. You could also do one across the top. You could chain so many at the end. You could add your yarn in and make a chain there. Everybody likes to do different things with their dishcloths, how you hang things and stuff. So any dishcloth can have a little hook added onto it if you like that. Nice and easy. You could also add on even a little plastic loop, a circle, a ring, I guess you would call it. Sometimes you see those too. You could always add something like that on, crochet right into the circle, right? So here we are, we're going along, and we have these nice stitches, and everything should just go smoothly. You don't have to worry about putting in your 3 single crochets now, because you already did that, so you should be able to smoothly go around the corner. Now if you're doing some maybe it's a different pattern for your border, if your pattern that you're looking at indicates to you to add on the corners, please do. If it says it needs it. Some need a little more room, or they stretch or what have you. But if you'll notice, I'll do a couple more here. You'll notice as you go along with these, since we put the 3 to begin with, it sits nicely, doesn't it? It sits good. So because it's just plain old single crochets. My yarn, hang on, it's wrapped around the camera here, and I don't want to pull the camera and make it go all wiggly on you, make everybody dizzy. So here we are, just single crocheting all the way around. Nice and neat, don't skip any of your stitches. So we're going to keep going with that. This is our second side. We need to do all 4 sides. So that means we're going to stop at that top right hand corner. That is where we began. Okay, so keep going with this until you get back to that top right hand corner. I'll meet you there to join, and we'll be all finished. Here we go. Okay, when you get to the end here, remember we had the 3 stitches. There's 1 and 2 and 3. They were all in the same corner, right? So that's where we need to end. So I'm going to pull up my loop here because I want to sew it in for my join. So I'm going to pull the yarn through, and I've got my yarn needle here, and I'm going to thread that. And then I'm going to go along the top here to my next stitch, and I'm going to go in through it like this, just to try to make my corner not so bulky on my join. See, it smooths it out nicely. So you do whatever you'd like to do. If you'd like to do a slip stitch there, but I'm just trying to keep my corners all looking the same so that they're smooth. You know what I mean? You can see this one here. and then that will make that one smooth. So I will knot this off and tuck in this tail. This tail we already tucked in, didn't we, as we were going along? So you can just snip this piece and then you're all done. And this is the cupcake dishcloth. I like it with the little cherry on top. I think it's cute. I hope you enjoyed this project. I enjoyed being on this journey with you as always. Give us a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos as they come out. And just have fun with this. Enjoy the frosting, enjoy the whole process. Don't forget to soak block. That's down in the description down below if you need a little help with that. And I will see you next time. Thank you and have a joyful day.